Welcome, welcome to Flight Past, everybody. I hope you're ready for another session on the Battle of Waterloo. Just to do a quick trailer for people who are new to the channel. My name is Simon. This is Flight Past, and what we do is we use Microsoft Flight Simulator to, and it's one-to-one recreation of the world to have a look at moments in history. So if you think that's good, well, it gets even better. We can fly low, we can fly anywhere, we can check out bomb craters, hills, slopes. We can see what it's like to ride a boat in to the shore of Omaha Beach, jump out of a C-47 over the Rotterdam Peninsula on D-Day, and we can walk with the old guard up the slope at the Battle of Waterloo. If you like that sort of stuff, then this is the channel for you. Right, that there was a little bit of a trailer that I'm going to have to bung up on Twitch. You're watching live now on Twitch. You can join me on the European West server. And if you're watching on YouTube, hello, you'll see that there'll be a few breaks happening, Twitch live viewers, and they'll be the bits where I break it up to put it onto YouTube. What else? I got some feedback, by the way, on YouTube. I'd like to thank those people. I'm currently probably the live stream is usually a lot further ahead than the uploads on YouTube. So the comments were coming in around about episode 2021, I think, when we were back in Paris. But I'd like to thank those people who did comment. There was a lovely comment from someone who said that they would be watching 12 hours of this. So well done. Thank you very much. And there was another comment when someone said they liked the research that I've done, but they didn't like the mumblings and the ums and the ahs. And I'm with you on that one. Thanks for the feedback. Hopefully you will come back and watch again as I get better at it, and I'm going to really practice at not saying ums and ahs. But you got to remember, I am kind of talking to myself here, and I'm flying in the simulator, and I'm trying to talk about history. So hopefully I will cut out those ums and ahs and the bobblings and stuff like that. See, I don't even know if bobblings is a word. Anyway. We are getting to the crux of the matter now on the Battle of Waterloo. We've been preparing ourselves by looking at the state of play of the armies. We've looked at the dispositions of the troops around Belgium. And we've looked at the numbers, the ordnances, the tactics, and things like that. So I think we're ready now to actually start the campaign proper. So this is probably somewhere in the region of episode 40. So the other thing we do here is I don't do any editing, by the way. So I hate it when you see these chopped up videos. It's very difficult to do it when you're flying a helicopter because it's designed to, that you can look out the window. So it's never going to be edited. It's only going to be chopped up into 20-minute chunks on the YouTube later. Which reminds me, I'll put a little timer up here so I don't talk too long. We are here. We're actually currently over this town called Maubeuge. And Maubeuge was important from Napoleon's point of view because it lies between Charleroi and Mons. And what Napoleon wanted to do was to make sure that Wellington didn't know whether his approach would be from the I'm doing it again. I'm just trying to work out what east and west is. From the west of Maubeuge towards Mons, which is this direction here, or whether he would be coming up from the east of Maubeuge through Charleroi. He wanted to keep Napoleon guessing. And so this is why we'll find he divides his army into three basic units. He has a couple of corps on his left flank, a corps on his right flank, cavalry in between, and he'd have a central column. And the left-hand flank of his army was to the is on the western side, and it was initially based around Avesnes here, but he orders it up towards Maubeuge, and this gets back to Wellington. His Wellington spies are hearing that there's a concentration around here, so the plan is working on Napoleon's side of things, because this then becomes the access that Wellington will think that the French are coming. But it's actually so that they can move towards Charleroi and towards this place called Binche and Fontaine-l'Evêque here. So one column will come up on this side. His main column will be coming up through Beaumont, and then he has a third column coming up from Philippeville here, with his cavalry based at Walcourt. So that's why I wanted to start this stream here. We will probably we'll fly around a bit in the helicopter, but there'll be a lot more jumping out as we try and actually find some of the things. The helicopter at the moment is hovering over Beaumont. So we'll just have a quick fly around, and then just to check out the area. We've got the new livery on today. So Napoleon initially makes his headquarters at Avesnes, and then he moves up to Beaumont here. This is on the evening of the 14th, 15th of June. So what you'll find up in, for people who are new to the channel, we've got the subject at the top, where we're kind of trying to fly to today, and the dates that we're trying to cover. And this is Beaumont. Now, on the evening of the 14th and 15th, he gets his armies to form up in columns, ready to depart, and ready to move north. By the way, some people have asked about the references and things that I use. I've got quite a lot of them. I'll introduce some important texts as I go along. I will do a whole list of books at the end, references and things like this. But this one's this guy here needs a special call out, and his name is Peter Hofschrauer. He's I think the camera's around the wrong way, but it's this. He does a whole series of books, and his speciality is looking at Waterloo from the Prussian-German perspective. But they're very, very good. There's another one here I've got on Wavre and the Place Noire, and it has a lot about the eventual chase back to Paris on that one. He's also did the Waterloo campaign, the German victory. That's very good. And one of my favourite books was one that was about a British officer called Saiborn, and it was this one here, which is this is actually a proof copy, but it's all about William Saiborn and his mission after the Battle of Waterloo to recreate it in as a sort of a war game model, and his falling out then with Wellington, and that's another one by Peter. Very, very good, very recommended. If you just wanted a general book, by the way, then I really recommend this one, which is called The Battle. And this is by Alessandro Barbero. Really, really good read. Very easy to read. Flows very well. It's one of the best books on the Battle of Waterloo, just as sort of an entry level. So we're here then in the south of the north part of France. We're near Beaumont is near to the border with Belgium. The Belgian border has actually changed since 1815. There's an for you there. Look. We'd have a drinking game and you'll be absolutely sloshed by about 5 minutes. It's currently on the border today, but the border with Belgium was a little bit further north of Beaumont at the time. So on this, the dates so far, let's just run quickly through them. Basically, the French have managed to get their troops to the border. In around about 10 days, they've moved troops up. They have, as we spoke about in the last episode, they had a number of corps. So you just got to remember that here at Beaumont, this is where the Imperial Guard would be. We've got the first corps, which was under d'Erlon. He had 21,000 men. Rail had the second corps, which had about 25,000 men. The third corps was under Van Damme. He had about 18,000 men. And the fourth corps was under Gerard. He had 15,000 men. And Lombard controlled the sixth corps with about 11,000 men. 13,000 troopers were in the cavalry. The first cavalry corps was commanded by Pajul, second cavalry corps commanded by Exelmans, and the third cavalry corps by Kellerman, and the fourth one by Milhaud. So in total, the Napoleon's army is around about 124,000 men with 370 artillery. Now remember, he's facing probably the similar size armies with the Prussia and Britain, but so combine. He doesn't want his enemies to combine because then they will definitely have the numerical superiority. So the concentration begins here in Belgium in June, and what we get is the first corps is ordered first of all to Avesnes. So they're moved from Valenciennes, which is here, and they're moved down to Avesnes-sur-Helpe. Van Damme is moved to a place called Chimay, which is over here on the right-hand side, and Gerard is moved to a place called Rocroi, which I probably need to zoom in on. but let's not worry about that. And Lobau is he's moving up from Soissons, following with the just ahead of the emperor, and he's moving to Vesnes himself as well. The guard, the Imperial Guard themselves, they leave around about June the 1st. And remember, all the time, the eyes are on Napoleon in Paris, because when he leaves, everyone will know that hostilities is coming. So he wants to leave. His army have gone up ahead of him. They're congregating in this area. Eventually, I think d'Erlon has moved up to Maubeuge, so that, as you say, to give that sense that that's going to be where the army's coming from. Rumors are rife. Remember, the border is sort of semi-open. It's kind of closed from the French side, but the British side is open, and they're all got spies looking out for each other. And so Napoleon is in Paris and is seen on the 10th and 11th. He leaves Paris in the evening of the 11th and 12th, which we've covered. He gets to, first of all, Léon, which we flew over on the way here. He gets to there at about 2 p.m. on the 12th. He meets up with Grouchy, Marshal Grouchy, and then from there he moves up on the 13th to this place, Avesnes-sur-Helpe. He then moves up to where we are now on at Beaumont, and he arrives on the 14th of June here. So he has he's got d'Erlon is over on his left flank, so we're talking over this way with the First Corps. Behind d'Erlon is the Second Corps of Rail. So they're all queuing up on those two corps on his left. Van Damme and L'Aubais are between Beaumont and the border. So we're looking towards Charleroi in this direction here. So ahead of him here will be Van Damme and L'Aubais. Oh, I think it's L'Aubais. I don't know how to pronounce it, to be honest. L'Aubais, probably. Because I'm coming from Wales, so I've always got this L'Aubais is my pronunciation of that one. Then we've got Gerard, and he is over on the right, Napoleon's right flank, and that's at a place called Philippeville, which is here. So you can see that Philippeville is very much inside the Belgian border at the moment, but the border was more up near sort of Hamser. So let's see if we can get a wider shot of that. So you can see here, this is the route that Napoleon's main first column would take, heading towards Charleroi. On the right-hand side, we should find the town of Philippeville. see if we can find that so we know where we're starting from. There should be a lake over here somewhere. Okay, this is the direction that they were going. Where was I there? So I've gone the wrong way. So this is the direction towards Charleroi here. So bear these places in mind here. We're going to be looking at this place called Thuin, the river that lobs here. This is one of the first places that the left column will arrive at. And on this side, we've got Wall Court here. This is the place where most of the French cavalry will approach. So they'll be heading north to Charleroi from this direction. And over here should be probably behind here. Here we go. This is Philippeville. And so this is where Gerard's corps will begin. And this, so they'll be moving in that direction. So this is the starting point. You've got the right-hand side over there. You've got the French cavalry coming down this axis here. You've got, if we spin around, you will see we're coming up now on Beaumont, and this will be the axis of advance for the central column. So they'll be advancing up that way. And the third column on the left flank will be approaching from this direction here, heading up. And we should see, we'll carry on up this way, that Charleroi is in the distance here on this river. So just to get you an idea of the timescale, they're going to begin leaving Beaumont and the columns leaving at around about 4 o'clock in the morning of the 15th. And Napoleon, I believe he spends the night in a chateau in this region around Fleurus, around this area here somewhere, I believe. We'll try and find that. So that's the sort of distance that we're going to try to cover in this section. Right, we're back into... I hope you saw most of that. We're back in the helicopter then. Let's take a break here because it's about 20 minutes in. And when we come back, we'll start moving off with the French troops on the morning of the 15th.